Good evening, everyone. Welcome to episode 108 of Talk Wrestling here on NoDQ.com. Hope you all enjoyed Wrestlemania this past weekend. Hope you all enjoyed the festivities if you were in Phoenix, and I'm jealous of you all if you were. But I got to enjoy the show here at Casa de Rift, here at the NoDQ studios, if you will. And just going to go over Wrestlemania real quick. Not a whole lot to cover except the Wrestlemania results themselves. Pretty predictable, I thought, for the most part. I'm going to ask for opinion here if they want to give it in a little while. But, the first match was the tag title match. Show Miz defeating Morrison and Truth. Short match. Very short match. Didn't really get to showcase any of those four guys. And, it's one thing not to showcase, Big Show. Big Show's been around the WWE for over 10 years now. And, he's had WrestleMania moments. This is his first WrestleMania win in, I believe, 4 years, though. So that's something to say. But, to not showcase three of the young guys like Miz, Morrison, and Truth, I think was a mistake on WWE's part. And having such a short match to showcase the tag team titles, if they're trying to make a big deal out of the unified tag titles, which I would assume they would be trying to do, just wasn't up to par with what I thought it could be. The next match, also slow. The crowd was dead. Let me talk about the crowd before I go into the rest of the matches. The crowd for the all night, Aaron and I were talking about this pre-show. The crowd was dead tonight at WrestleMania, for those of you that watched it. Just awful. It was slow. And they couldn't build up into anything. It took the last part of the main event, really, the last part of the World Championship match, and the better part of the main event, the Shawn Michaels Undertaker match, for them to really get into it. It was, for the most part, like I said, the crowd was lagging, I guess. I don't know if they were tired, I don't know if the heat was baking them too bad in the Arizona desert or what, but it was just crazy. And a good example of this was the triple threat match that Randy Orton won over Ted DiBiase and Cody Rhodes. The crowd was not into that at all, and it really took Legacy, kind of feuding amongst themselves and breaking apart from the double team on Orton to get the crowd even into it. But I did like the fact that Orton went up on the ropes. They had the little eagle, I don't know what that was, the eagle banner behind him, and he did his old pose. That was kind of cool. They talked about they went to the heel interview with the Divas. Oh, God. For those of you that have been on the YouTube page already, you know what I'm talking about that match, but we'll get to that later. Money in the Bank. That was the first real surprise of the night, the third match in. Jack Swagger coming up with the Money in the Bank briefcase and becoming Mr. Money in the Bank 2010. It looked like Christian was going to actually make my pick true and make it to the top, and sure enough, Swagger nailed him off and nailed, who else was up there? Hardy. Matt Hardy was up there with him, and Swagger took forever to get that briefcase unlatched, but he got it. So we'll have to see exactly what happens there. When Swagger going to cash in? Will it be at Extreme Rules on April 25th? We'll have to see. Triple H, Sheamus, no real surprise there, in my opinion. I picked Triple H to win that match. He won that match. Sheamus put up a hell of a fight, but Triple H, showed that, he is who he is. And I'll let you guys believe what you want to believe when I make that statement. Triple H is who he is, and that's why he won at WrestleMania. Another big surprise came with Mysterio and Mysterio and Punk. God, I'm so tired. I apologize, you guys. Rey Mysterio gets the win. I don't see, we all talked about this in the group. For those of you that wondered who the group is, it was myself, Aaron, his girlfriend Beth, and of course the infamous Mike Nagel was here, and Jimmy Quinn from IWL and PWU, my old stomping grounds. He was here, and our buddy Jason was here. We all talked about that, yeah, Ray winning was a cute little heartwarming story, and he got revenge for his family and all that, but where does the story go now? The whole point, in my opinion, of the story was Punk should win, force Mysterio into the society, and see where that develops. Maybe it's me. I don't know. But Mysterio gets the win after multiple attempts at a 619 and Serena stopping it and Luke Ellis distracting and everything like that. Mysterio hits the 619 and gets the win. And then we go into the no-holds-barred match. And I thought they built this up so well. Great build from start to end. Yes, it was a one-sided beatdown. And everybody's going to get on my case for liking this match, I think. But a lot of you on NoDQ.com were liking this match. A lot of you were, praising this match. And it was great to see the Hart family, after reading, if y'all read Bret Hart's book, you know what I'm talking about. After reading about the Hart family dysfunction in that book, to see them all united and at ringside in a WWE event, and to see them all enjoying the fact that Bret and the Hart Dynasty were beating the crap out of Vince McMahon, that was so cool for me to watch. I like the Hart Dynasty got involved. I like the heart attack off the top rope on Vince. But one has to wonder what's going to happen this coming week during the tapings of SmackDown and beyond. What's going to happen to the Hart Dynasty? Will Vince seek his revenge on them? Will he seek his revenge on Bret, since Bret's going to be around for a while longer? WrestleMania, again, Bret may have won the battle. He may have won the long-standing war against Vince over the last 13 years. Bret may have got his revenge at last. But will it be the end of it? What will we see in the next few weeks on TV? Gotta just keep these things in mind. Then they went into the World Championship match. For a World Championship match, the crowd was dead. As I mentioned before, the crowd was just sunk into a deep depression, it seemed like to me. It wasn't until Jericho went for the spear and Edge countered it that the crowd got into this match. And that was way, way, way into the match. And a surprise ending, in my opinion, Jericho retaining the World Heavyweight Championship. As I stated on my Twitter, Jericho wins the battle, but Edge, extends the war with that humongous spear. Did anybody else notice that the barricade didn't break right away? Anybody else notice that? The barricade didn't break when Edge speared Jericho. It took a minute for it to break. So Edge, I think, concussed Jericho, really threw him into it. It was pretty crazy. This match is going to extend on into Extreme Rules, I think. I think we're going to see these two tear it up on April 25th when they go to Extreme Rules on pay-per-view. That's going to be a hell of a rematch to see, in my opinion. The thing that really hurt, that match, as well as the WWE Championship match, which I'll get to in a second, and the main event, Undertaker and Shawn Michaels, was the first time that JR missed a WrestleMania in... It's got to be over 15 years. It's got to be that long. I don't really remember exactly, but it's been a long time since we haven't seen Jim Ross at WrestleMania. That hurt a lot of the commentary overall. The commentary overall at WrestleMania lagged. Michael Cole was his usual charming self. Matt Stryker was trying as much as he could to pick up the slack. Even King was not on his A game, I didn't think. At one point during the main event, I'll get to that, but I'll tell you the rest of it in a little bit. But during the main event, King actually was saying, you can't pin him on the outside here after Michaels hit that moonsault on the Undertaker. It's like, duh, we know softballs can anywhere. Just like little things like that kind of upset me. Michael Cole, I guess Michael Cole coined the phrase, but I'm going to go ahead and use it. The Hog Splash during the Divas tag match. You all saw my reaction to that. You all saw the group's reaction to that here at No DQ headquarters. And that's all I got to say about that. I'm not going to get too crazy again because I was pretty amped up when that happened earlier in the show. So I'm just going to go ahead and move on from that. The heels won. And Vicky hit a Hog Splash. And botched it at that. Carrying on the Guerrero tradition. She wasn't actually a Guerrero. She married into it. That's all I have to say. And yet Chavo has no spot at WrestleMania. Batista Cena, pretty predictable. Crowd didn't get into it till about halfway through, I thought. They were really getting into it when Cena was starting to make his original comeback. Of course, Cena wins. Batista taps out for the first time that I can remember in a long time. I remember Batista tapping at WrestleMania. I don't think he has, because I don't think he hasn't lost WrestleMania in a long time if he has. But I don't remember him tapping in recent memory. So for Cena to win via tap out and regain the WWE Championship is huge for Cena. He is once again the face of the company, as he's been. But now he has the championship strap to go with it. So congratulations to John Cena. Again, I'm not Cena's biggest fan. But I did like that he beat Batista. Because, I've never been a big Batista fan. And the main event, which got the crowd on its feet with a lot of near falls, a lot of, a couple of botches, not too many. And the ending of this match was so awesome. Undertaker gives the throat sign, then stops halfway and decides he's going to respect Shawn Michaels and not do that. And then Michaels crawls up the Undertaker ever so slowly and looks up at him and gives it right back to him. So Taker goes, all right, gets pissed off. Jumping tombstone. 1, 2, 3. Made my dad happy. You know, the slaps in the face I saw during that match, it just, you know, Michaels was, as the announcer said, defiant to the end of his career and just crazy. Undertaker, I think, broke his foot. I saw his arm had a hole in it, it looked like. It was split wide open. So, you know, and DiBiase also got blood earlier in the night. So there was a couple of blood spots. Not a whole lot, but there was still some accidental blood tonight. So I'm sure Vince is going, shit, shit, shit in the truck. He's probably going nuts. But other than that, you know, I'm reading the feedback on No DQ, and I'm seeing a lot of positive feedback to this show. And I'm wondering if you guys watched the same show that I did. Because for me, WrestleMania did not... It was okay. It wasn't great. It wasn't horrible. It was okay. It could have been much better. Considering the card they had stacked up on this show tonight... And I think the crowd not being into it had a lot to do with it. I think the wrestlers reacted negatively to the crowd being dead. That's what I observe, anyway. Maybe it's me. I could be wrong. This is my show. It is my opinion. I think that's going to wrap it up for this episode of Talk Wrestling. Thank you all for watching. As always, give us feedback here on YouTube at NoDQ.com and MySpace, Facebook, and Twitter. We'll be back next time with the episode featuring the mailbag. Talk to you then.